Welcome to round two here at TT Motorsports. We have the Tier 2 drivers heading out now to start their qualifying here in Bahrain.
Chizu
just sets the first lap. 128 flat. As their Steezy's coming around the final corner here at Bahrain. Let's see where this places them. They set a 127.2 and Rebel sets 127.2 and Rebel sets even faster, goes 126.9. Shifty 50 goes provisional pole 126.4. Currently following GB292 in the Pacifico Porsche. Let's see where they can place their car. A few drivers starting to set laps now.
I was going to say, so I know the 126 time is quite a quick time, Tez, but we'll see the 125s. Not far off.
Ooh,
half a second.
See them in, two of them in 26s already. So, I mean, Shifty, he's done a low 126. So you never know. We could see that 25-second being broke. And GB292 crosses the line now, and they go provisional 8 for the 129.2. And Dominguez is now about to complete their flyer. Let's see where they're placed. As they move up to 8th position, they do a 128.1.
So again, seeing these times quite bunched up together, like the last race in the qualifying.
As Chubili sets a lap, and they go 10th, original 10th for the 128.9 in the Audi. We've now got on board with Liam Hannon. I believe they're on a lap now. We're going to see how they get on in the U-Turk Braun GP car.
A couple of drivers just not managed to get a time in just yet, but plenty of time left.
We've got 8 minutes left of qualifying, so as you say, there's still plenty of time left here in the Bahrain qualifying session. This driver was the driver who won on track here in Australia, but after the stewards got involved in an incident they were involved in, they unfortunately dropped to 5th, but they'll be liking to try and make a comeback this race and make a much cleaner race of Bahrain and try and get the win fairly this time. Yeah, very, very fast driver to say the least. There are a lot of potential, and they definitely want to set their mark here in Bahrain, that's for sure. But there you go, provisional P5 and 127.5.
Really is a stunning design, that, the Bentley Zero.
Oh yeah, it's a real shame that we can't see the sponsors, and for the viewers watching, the reason we can't see the sponsors, we had this problem in our last race, is spectators who spectate the races can't actually see the sponsors for whatever reason. As Gamer Pipe goes provisional pole, as I'm saying that, very good lap there. Yeah, but for some reason we can't actually see the sponsors. It's a glitch that Codemasters haven't yet patched. The drivers can see each other's sponsors, but it's a right shame that we can't see it because these drivers have put a lot of work into these liveries, and they've put a lot of work into it, and they've done a really good job. So it is a right shame that Codemasters are lacking here a little bit. As we now follow M Steel as they're about to start their lap. We will follow them this lap as we have 4.5 minutes left of the session. Currently sits in 9th place.
Chizu's just improved his time to a 1:27.4, putting him in 6th.
Very good lap there. Fair play to Chizu. He's got his teammate just ahead of him as well. In the Enertech Alpha Industry, no, Enertech Lupo Industries, that's the name.
So we have Strikers on a 2-minute 17, but he is on a flying lap here, so we'll see if he can improve it. Looks to be 9
As
seconds.
we're now following Shifty 50.
Shifty was quick the last time out. Quick driver.
It's a very fast driver. If it wasn't for all the penalties and the problems that we had with glitches and that, I'm sure Shifty would have actually won. It was just such a shame with all the penalties and that are involved. But we have gone through quite a lot of research into what is the best outcome for these penalties. So there are a lot of new penalties that we will be applying if rules aren't met, to try and keep it a little bit more fair and try and keep it a little bit more clean, because we did have a lot of problems with the game last time. We're now taking matters into our own hands, and we do believe that drivers will be paying attention to this. Otherwise, it will really it'll be a massive disadvantage for them at the end, when their final position will probably be changed if they get involved with any problems under a safety car. As Shifty actually comes into the pits, they didn't feel like they could improve there. We have 1.5 minutes, not even that, we have 1 minute and 15 seconds left of this session. Will we see anyone not get more pipe off that pole position spot? The current leader in the championship is sitting on pole here in Bahrain. Oh no, he's not any longer. And Jerry Moore puts it on 126.2. So that is an incredible time. Very well done there to Jerry.
Just nicks that pole there, right at the end, in the last minute.
So we actually have Meaningbowl and Liam Hannon in the UTEP Brawn cars, starting P7 and P8, and they're both on mediums. So these guys have gone for a complete different strategy here, and they're going to really hope that it pays off for them and they can go top in the constructors potentially. Depends how their rating play out, but in my opinion, I do think starting on the medium side will be the best option here. But you never know what happens. Drivers can make mistakes and anything can happen. So getting a strategy right is one thing, but being able to keep on the circuit is a complete other. Let's see if SDC improves here. This will be their last time they can do it. Do they improve? No, they don't. Oh, yes, they do.
Yes, they do. Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
they do. My bad. But they don't change positions. They just improve their time. So they make themselves a little bit more safe to retain their P4. And anyone else improvers? Now we go on board with Joey. Let's see how Joey can do in the VS James VS Tesla. That was it. No, I get there. As Dominguez has come across some technical issues, their incident has dropped, unfortunately. They're trying to sort it out now, but we may have one absent driver for the race. But they can still take control of their car if they make it back in time. But we just gotta hope they can make it.
Last driver's Joey here. Let's see what he can do. He comes into the final corner.
Yeah, I'm following him. Hopefully he can improve.
He does.
Yes, he does. Well done, Joey. He's moved up to P16. And I believe that's it. Bye, Gaming. I'll let you do the honours, and you're more than welcome to read out the top 20 here.
So in
Bahrain.
In first, in pole position, we have Jerry Morris with a 126.2. Second, we have Get Me My Pipe. Shifty 50 in 3rd, SDC in 4th, Rebel Gore plays in 5th, Tubilly 6th, it's Chizu in 7th, Meaning Ball on 8th, Liam Hannon in 9th, Arc of Dark in 10th, it's Lewis in 11th, M Steele in 12th, Dominguez 13th, GB292 in 14th, Unlucky A in 15th, oh my god, it's Joey in 16th, Small Hands 17th, Bergquist 18th, Stevie JD 19th, and Striker Son in 20th.
With 5 red lights. What is going on? Are we going to get started? And we're away here in Bahrain for the Tier 2 Season 1. And getting my pipe has a great start, but we also see a little bit of damage from behind. But do all the drivers make it through Turn 1 cleanly or not? Seems pretty clean so far.
Slight bits of contact as somebody seems to have spun round there. It's Jerry Moore, I think. I think Jerry Moore spun.
Oh no, Jerry Moore's had an awful oh, he is, he's at the very back. What an unlucky start. As Minibowl's made up their way to 4th, Liam Hannon's dropped down to 10th. But Getting On My Pipes had a great start, and Rebel Sounds up into 2nd. M Steele's made 7 positions already, so they are so good at their starts, as they've proven in Australia, and they've also proven here in Bahrain. Very good start there from M Steele. But
small ones are spun. I'm not sure if there was contact involved, but it sends him to the back. Now 10 seconds behind the other lads, 11 seconds.
Oh, as we have Dominguez, who rear-ended Liam Hannon a little bit there. That was a bit naughty, but they missed their braking zone a little bit there. Oh, as we see the Audi drivers, Unlucky A, I think that's Arc of Dark, squabbling for position. No, it wasn't, it was actually Chizu.
So he's got Liam Hannon just behind him, Unlucky A in front of him. All tightly bunched together, shifty 50.
Both of the Zanzeo Honda racing drivers back in position there as Lewis overtakes his teammate, going to P7 as we have a yellow flag. What's happened?
I was on board with Shifty. I think it's Dominguez. The span out again. Not sure if there was contact, but he was facing the other way. He looks to have lost the wing as well, Tez.
Who was that, Dominguez?
Yeah.
Dear, dear. Let's see where the battles are at now.
Tubilly span. Struggling with this track.
As you now see, the U-turn Broughton car that Liam Hannon's currently driving, putting pressure onto the Achieve Audi racing driver, Unlucky A. Will we see them make a move for the end of this lap as they go around the penultimate corner here at Bahrain? It looks like Unlucky A has got a little bit better traction there and gets better acceleration out of the corner. But the Brawn driver will be putting the pressure on now as Liam Hannon goes for an overtake on the James VS Tesla car of Joey. But we now have Arc of Dark putting the pressure back on his teammates. So this is the Zanzeo Honda drivers going wheel to wheel right now. Will he be able to retake his position back from Lewis? And it looks like he does. Very clean battling going on from the Zanzeo Honda racing team. Now the drivers starting to separate a little bit more, and we're already into lap 3 and we have no safety car, so this is already a much better race than Australia, as Shifty 50 looks up the inside now of Chizu as they make the overtake. Look very easy there as Lewis gets a 3-second time penalty for the cut-in, but Chizu actually goes for the cutback. Oh, but Chizu runs wide and they actually lose another position to GB292.
Two more places,
and
Tess.
another to Jerry. What a shame, as Chizzy was going for a nice little battle there. They have lost out massively.
GB making a move on Shifty as well. Doesn't quite get it. Shifty
Is that
just
Lewis
stays out.
Arkadarko swaps again? I think Lewis and Arkadarko have actually swapped twice in a lap.
I think, yeah.
As Lewis goes defensive from his teammate.
Great battle between these teammates here. Oh, as we have
Safety
a
car.
safety car.
Two Billies retired. What a shame, as we have our first retirement here. Will we start seeing some pit stops? I mean, the drivers who are on the mediums now will have the advantage. But if it was me, if I was in the softs right now, I would definitely pit, because I'm sure the tyres are pretty much shredded by now for the rest of these drivers. But we'll see the likes of Meaning Bowl and I think M Steel as well, who will be on the mediums. But here we go, as Meaning Bowl's now setting the pace here as they resume racing here in Bahrain, as we are about to start lap 7. As Meaning Bowl gets a pretty good start there, they hold off M Steel a little bit, but M Steel has to go for the overtake as they're looking up the inside of the U-turn Brawn car. I think M Steel does it. He's made up the inside, but can the Brawn stick it around the outside as they go into turn 1? But now the Brawn driver will have the advantage that they're inside of turn 2, and it looks very clean. But we also have Liam Hannon, the other Brawn car, making movements on the Zanzare Honda driver as they're looking around the outside. This is very, very good start here. Can they make it around the outside? No, the Zanzare Honda car holds them off this time. Right. What's going on? Oh, as we see, was that Jerry Moore who's a power sliding there? And GB292 is looking up the inside. Jerry Moore will be struggling now as they're the only driver not to pit yet here in this race. GB292 goes very well. No, he didn't go very wide. That's just how the corner goes. My bad. That was bad. Well, Arkadarko put for a 3-second time penalty. Multiple warnings. Right, what is... Why is my details not showing properly? And we have the Brawn going up the inside of Lewis. As we have a yellow flag, what happens? As we have another retirement, we have Arkadarko, the Sanzare Honda driver, who has retired. So all drivers now must keep their distance and no one should make any contact, as we know that gives penalties. As Chizu's just mentioned me saying the game's kicked him, so I'll just let him know that he can rejoin if he clicks our profiles. He'll be able to take control once again. As GB292 goes very wide there, and Rebel Grove Players now looking up the inside and makes the position up into P6. So Lewis up into P4 now, so they'll be wanting to make a little bit of a redemption for what his teammates' mistakes and try and bag some good points for the
contact between
Honda team.
Rebel Go Players and Get Me My Pipe, I think that was. Rebel Go Players just coming off the worst of it there and spinning round, losing a few places.
Oh, Shifty 50 rear ends, getting my pipe goes wide. Oh, it's going to be a little bit sloppy here. As Shifty does the right thing, they pull over to let Get My Pipe pass, and they both have to pit for that.
It's going to cost them, Tez.
As we are now following Striker Sun. Striker Sun is... Oh, Berquist licks up the back wheels and they spin coming out of that turn. And Striker Sun watches that, gets front row seat of that, and takes full advantage of it.
Oh, Stevie JD looking to make a move on GB292. GB292 just managing to stay out in front.
Let's see what the battles are at. Getting My Pipe makes a move on their teammate. And so does Berquist as well. So, I think Jamie Inges has actually gone AI. But now we're seeing Berquist on Get Me My Pipe. Are we going to see an overtake here? Oh, as they mess up their exit on the final corner, Get Me My Pipe gets a much better exit as they go down the straight. But Bergquist is using full overtake right now. Get Me My Pipe does not go defensive. Let's see what happens here. Ooh. Oh, it's Get Me My Pipe kicked around the outside, and I don't know if there was contact there, but Bergquist did lick up the back wheels a little bit there. But let's go on board now with Liam Hannon as he's now putting pressure onto M Steel, the other Brawn driver. So M Steel is getting a lot of attention from both Brawn drivers at the moment, as M Steel messed up his entry a little bit there, and the Brawn driver gets a much better entry and exit. Let's see what happens in the DRS zone.
It's interesting to see both the Brawn GPs up there in first and third.
Well, I think M Steel's going defensive now, and we're looking at Liam Hannon possibly making a move. And he's currently ahead, but M Steel. Oh, it's keeping it very clean from these two drivers. Here we go, into turn 3. I think Liam Hannon's done it, unless if M Steel can make the cutback, which he does. This is great racing.
Oh, this is fantastic, Tez.
Oh, look at them side by side. Look at that. You cannot separate them.
This is brilliant to see.
Oh, M Steel's up the inside.
Oh, one goes wide and the other cuts the corner.
Liam Hannon actually runs wide as they have a virtual safety car. So M Steel has lost out there, and Liam Hannon really did do well there. That battle, he did come out on top. Thankful to a virtual safety car, but I don't think this battle's over yet. I think there's still a lot more to show here. Benjo, aka Unlucky A, just got a penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car, but they've actually moved up 9 positions, so they're doing pretty well. As we're now back underway here again.
The pit window just opening for Steele there, so I'm pretty sure it'll be the same for the other lads, as the top 3 are all on 12 lap mediums there. Should see some pit stops.
On board with Liam Hannon as we're looking behind. I'm still trying to make some progress on the Utah Brawn driver. Jerry Moore's making a position on Dominguez, so they're slowly working their way back up, as they didn't have the best start to the Grand Prix. We see that Pacifica Porsche now running closer and closer to the gearbox of Liam Hannon. As Lewis missed out a little bit there. I swear he was higher position a minute ago. I think he must have dropped back a little bit.
Striker's son up to 7th, yeah, I think you're right, Tez.
As Rebel Go Plays is coming in as well, so we've seen a bunch of drivers coming in now. I think they're all reacting to each other. Let's see what Striker Son does. Striker Son stays out. Right, so let's see where Liam Hannon is in comparison to Meaning Bowl. Pretty close. Meaning Bowl going around the first corner now. And now Liam Hannon's around the first corner. So there's one car separating these two drivers at the moment, which is Striker Son in the Equinox Spiker F1 car.
On 14 lap
Stacey's made up 16 seconds.
Stacey doing well there. Still got a few laps left in those mediums as well, Tez, so if he can push it, he might just be able to get out that bit in front and maybe try to secure his place at the top.
He'd be liking to try and make a gap right now, as we see Liam Hannon move on Striker Son as they move up into P3 behind their teammate. So SDC's made up a 15-second gap. If they can try and make up some time now, you never know, they might actually have a free pit window. But we'll see what their times are currently like. They're running just over 15 seconds ahead of Meaning Bowl, but that seems to be dropping a little bit. But we'll check back in a few laps' time and see how they're getting on. As we now watch 50-50 Lewis and Getting My Pipe all battling for position here. Lewis currently sits at P6, but it is a battle for P6. As Getting My Pipe makes a move on Lewis. Lewis gets defensive, but it's 50-50 going to be another threat now in the McLaren Sim car as they make a move as well. So Lewis is currently on the outside. And they're holding position, rightly so. And they do retain their 6th place. So someone must have pitted then, because Getting My Pipe was in the 6th, but now we have the McLaren driver up the inside. Keeping it very clean.
Nice little battle here, Taz, between Lewis and Shifty.
Yeah, sure is. We'd love to see it. As we are over the halfway mark here in Bahrain with a Tier 2 round 2 here at TT Motorsport. Lewis will now be in the slipstream and DRS of 50-50. 50-50 goes defensive and Lewis goes around the outside of the McLaren driver. And he does it. Very nicely done there. And he takes his 6th back once again in the Zanzer Honda. The McLaren is looking back once again. Can they look up the inside as Lewis gives room? Very, very fair driving here for both drivers. It's a great battle for 6th.
This is fantastic. I'm sure Pickles will be using some of this in his footage for top 5 of the week.
Oh yeah, there'll be a lot of footage here. Oh, it's 50-50, almost loses it there. Let's check how old their tyres are out of interest.
So Shifty's on 7-lap-old softs and Lewis is on 3-lap-old hards.
Alright, so Shifty's tyres will be coming to an end now. As now we see the McLaren in the slipstream coming up the inside around the last corner here in Bahrain. But Lewis, rightly so, holds position. Shifty's trying everything right now as they now come into the pit. They think these softs are absolutely done out. Jerry Moore is now the chaser on Lewis.
And catching Tess.
Let's go on board. Let's go on with Striker Sun though, as Striker Sun is in a slipstream of Unlucky A. Also about to start the DRS range. A DRS zone going down the pit straights here. Oh, are they not in DRS? Oh yeah, they are in DRS. My bad. Unlucky A must use that overtake button.
Side by side. Jerry Moore comes out on top.
Jerry Moore made that overtake quick, didn't he?
He did.
There's a fair distance apart when I just looked.
Wasn't hanging about there, Taz.
Oh, it's contact! So I think Striker Sun was going to the corner. Unlucky A misjudged their braking zone. They broke, and then that ultimately meant 50-50 was going to rear end the Achieve Audi car. So that's very unfortunate.
Just lost his right wing there by the looks of things.
Yeah, I did see a bit of end plates flick up in the air then, but they do make the overtake regardless. So now, I'm sure they'll only be on yellow wing right now, so that's bearable. I mean, you can drive that. I know what 50-50 is capable of. As now we see the Audi driver going back up the inside. So Shifty has been in constant battles, and I think he's just lost another end plate there. Oh no, he hasn't. That was the same one. My bad. But yeah, Shifty is in constant battles, but I do think they'll be able to hold off with these, with this yellow wing. We know what this driver's capable of. We know how quick they are. So I don't think yellow wing will be much of a problem to this driver. As we now see a move from Unlucky A on the Equinox Spiker F1 car of Striker Sun, and they move their way up into P9. May I add that SDC has made a 12-second gap. I think last time we checked, it was 15 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. So Meaningbold does seem to be gaining a little bit, as SDC is on 14 lap-old mediums, as we do have a yellow flag in Sector 2. What has gone on there? It's Getting My Pipe pits again. So I don't know if they've had contact, but we're going to follow them now as they're into the pits. We see their pit crew running out, ready to put a set of softs on. So there we wanted to go on these softs for the rest of the race. Where are they placed? So I think Getting My Pipe should hold 8th as they come out the pits. Just behind this battle now you're on board with Shifty 50, who is now putting pressure onto Unlucky A once again. So this is interesting. We've got 8 laps left of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Will SDC hold off for the rest of the races? The McLaren driver goes up the inside there of the Audi driver. So Shifty 50 up into P9. Yeah, I think they confirmed that.
Yeah.
Very good overtake there from Shifty 50. So yeah, as I was saying, do you think SDC will be able to hold off Medium Bowl on this same set of mediums for the rest of the race? We've got 7 laps remaining. What's your verdict?
It's 10 seconds between them, Tez, so seems to be pulling away a slight bit
Lewis
at the
who's just
minute,
retired.
It's Lewis. I missed what happened there, Tez, sorry, but
I missed what happened there too.
So
I did not
we can-
see that, as we have a virtual safety car. Oh, there's another battle here with Shifty 50 and Unlucky A. They've been wheel to wheel all race as they go for the switchback, and oh, this is great. As the McLaren driver's up the inside and Audi driver's on the outside, but now they've switched, ready for the next corner. Oh, that's... Look at Shifty 50 though, keeping it very clean, very fair, giving the space to the Audi driver, and the Audi driver is in DRS even though they're in front. But let's see if they hold up as M Steel makes a move on. Rebel Go plays. M Steel up into 4th place now. But Rebel Go plays is a DRS range now. Will they be able to put the pressure back onto M Steel? Or will M Steel defend their positions? We have a yellow flag. What happened?
Joey's retired from the session.
Oh, what a shame. SDC's dropped to P3 as they're on softs. So they've gone for the softs in the end. They actually made that decision. But Liam Hannon and Meaningbolt are on the hard. So this makes it interesting. So you got between second and third, you got just under 9 seconds. Will we see SDC knock off enough time to put pressure on the front runners? As I said before, I did think that Utah wasn't a good strategy, and they're currently running 1 and 2. But can SDC be the driver to ruin Braun's day? We'll follow that, as now it's down to 8 seconds already. So SDC's flying on these softs. 6 laps remaining. Oh, I think we're in for a treat here, Pyro. I really do. I think there could be a bit of a switcheroo, or at least a battle towards the end of this race for the top 3.
Yeah, I think you're right, Tez. I think looking at it, maybe perhaps he could fight for that first. Be interesting to see.
Oh my, look, it's reducing so much. It's nearly another second off. 7/10 to just knocked off since I last even spoke about it.
He is flying, Tez.
Oh, as we see, Getting My Pipe up the inside of Rebel Go plays. Getting My Pipe gets 3-second penalty for corner cutting. Here we go. As we now see the 0 Bentley driver going up the inside of the Innotek Lupo industry driver, as they look like to make the move stick. And they rightly do so on them softs. They do play a big part.
SDC now coming up to the
SDC down to
6
seconds.
This is
We're for
frightening.
Jerry Moore lights up the back wheels, and now Getting My Players putting pressure onto Jerry Moore. It's all happening here at the end, and we see Shifty 50 and Unlucky A. They're still battling Pie. These two are still going wheel to wheel, as now Shifty is in the DRS zone of Unlucky A, and they're going to make a move. Oh, they back off. They think they can make it better in another corner.
You've got to give it to Shifty.
SD's down to 5 seconds.
Yeah, I think you've got to give it to Shifty there, to starting having that start like he did and dropping right back, and then he's just been fighting all the way through this one. He's done well, really, to get back
but you
where
also
he
got
is.
to take your hat off to Jerry Moore, though. Jerry Moore spinning out on the first corner, or second corner, I think it was, on the first lap, and they're up into P5. So they've made a very good recovery drive here in round 2.
I think some of these drivers showing what they're capable of.
The race is not over yet. As Shifty 50 makes up the inside now of the Audi driver. Can they make it stick this time? And can they finalise their dominance here? And it looks like they do this time, but we will see them go back into another DRS zone shortly, as SDC, may I add, is just under 5 seconds away from Liam Hannon. As look, we see these two keep battling. Look at them. They're back at
It's
it
just
again.
never ending.
And the Audi driver's up the inside. Oh, it's contact. But they both do keep with it, and there is no damage. That was just wheel to wheel. Nothing wrong with that. But now we see the Audi driver making a move on Shifty. Oh, but Shifty's got more overtake by the looks of it, and they hold off their position. Man, what a race this has been so far, and it's not even over yet. I can't wait to see what happens at the end. As we see the Audi driver back up the gearbox all over it of Shifty 50. And now may I add, SDC's under 4 seconds away, and the Audi driver, unlucky A, makes a move on the McLaren, but they're literally side by side the whole time. They're literally tandem racing. Jerry Moore is now putting pressure onto M Steel. They're on these softs. M Steel is, I think M Steel's on softs as well, actually. Yeah, they're both on softs.
Yeah, both on 2-lap-old softs.
Yeah. But this battle here you are currently watching, we currently have Unlucky A ahead of Shifty 50. These two are putting on a really good display here for the watchers, for the crowd. This is some great racing, keeping it remarkably clean, as well as now we see the McLaren driver look up the inside, but they think better of it. Oh, they're close, and now we're watching Jerry Moore and M Steel. As M Steel goes defensive, Jerry Moore goes to the outside, runs a little bit to the grass, but holds position at the moment. Let's see how they get around this corner. Oh, M Steel lights up the back wheels. Jerry Moore is through into P4. But M Steel is saying, no, I want my position back as they go back up the inside of turn 3. Oh, this is great racing. I'm actually losing my voice. This is great.
We've seen some great battles today, Tez. Got to say, it's a massive improvement from the last race.
Such an improvement.
This is brilliant.
I've really enjoyed watching this. I have no grudges against anyone. This is an absolute amazing race. A Shifty 50, and look at these two. They're still at it. They're wheel to wheel.
This is
great, man.
This is immense.
As the McLaren driver is up the inside now. Oh, they don't quite make it stick as the Audi driver keeps it around the outside. M Steel's back past Jerry Moore. We missed that.
We did miss that.
M Steel's back through.
SDC now 7/10 of a second away as well.
Yeah, the DRS range now. Oh, look at these side by side. Oh, Jerry Moore locks up, goes wide. M Steel's back through. Oh, but a little bit of contact there, but there's no damage that I can see. But look who's in the background lurking, getting my pipe. The round 1 winner is looking for a mistake between these two, and so they can maybe make a double overtake. Here we go. We've got 3 cars now battling for 4th place. This is great to watch.
I don't know if SDC is going to make a move on this corner here.
How close are they? They look close, 3/10 away.
Yeah, it's just a little bit too far behind to make that move, but looking to catch him on the straight there. As he does, he takes him on the outside.
Looks like he's made a move. As we see M Steel get up the inside now, Jerry Moore. And they make it stick. Oh, there's a tiny bit of contact, and that made Jerry Moore, well, get the advantage there, really. But now we see getting my pipe in the slipstream and DRS as they all go defensive and they're all following Jerry Moore's line. Oh, there's a little bit of contact there between 2 drivers, but M Steel goes through. M Steel's into 4th place. So he's on the last lap now as getting my pipes looking at Jerry Moore. This is a great battle.
This is Shifty also looking to make a move.
50-50. Yeah, looking at the inside now, but they think better of it. They know they've got one more DRS zone left of this Grand Prix. Actually, they've got 2 to be fair. They can use both if they wanted to.
All or nothing the last lap.
Yeah, see what happens. Oh, the McLaren goes up the inside.
Can he get it? He does. Unlucky here picking up a 3-second time penalty there as well.
So Jerry Moore is currently leading this 3 battle, but I think getting my punch will be a dark horse here, and we'll take possibly 1, maybe 2 of them towards the end, but we never know. Jerry Moore Was very quick in qualifying, but we have to say well done to Medium Bolt, who is the round 2 winner here in Bahrain. Takes a very impressive, incredible win as SDC takes a P2, who makes a great redemption here. And Liam Hannon takes the 3rd place on the podium. But it's all to play for here still, as we see getting wiped up going around the outside of Pacifico Porsche of M Steel. Oh, there's contact!
No!
Oh, that is the race
On
over.
the last...
What a shame. Oh no.
Such a shame.
So unfortunate. Oh.
You got a feel for him there.
I didn't quite catch that. We'll need to look back
yeah,
at that.
I missed that myself.
In my opinion, I think that might have been a race. That might have been a racing incident. I think that was just unlucky. But we will look back at that after the race. But well done to all these drivers. I'm still seeing Shifty 50 and Unlucky A, as there's 7/10 of a gap between them now. And I think Shifty 50 has come out on top of this battle. Shifty 50 crosses the line. Unlucky A crosses the line. And they keep their respective positions. No penalties have changed anything. And you see GB292 is going to come around the last corner. The teammate of the unfortunate retired driver who did 29 laps, near enough, but unfortunately retired at the very end. The GB292 crosses the line, and Striker Son racks up the top 10. What a race that was!
That was
all sorts that happened.
That was fantastic.
But you got a feel for M Steel there at the end. Striker Son picks up the driver day for the game.
I think, to be honest, I'd have to give him that as well, because he struggled in the qualifying, quite a few seconds behind the other lads, and then started at the back of the grid, managed to work his way up to 9th. That's not bad going there.
I would, if I had to give one for the constructors, it would be the UTERP Brawn drivers.
Yep.
Their strategy really did pay off. But in my opinion, I think the driver of the day for me will be Jerry Moore Race, as they did lose out massively on the start. As you see, a full Irish podium actually. That's quite unique.
Look at that.
You maybe see that's once in a season chance to actually see that. That's pretty impressive. But yeah, for me, it's going to be Jerry Moore Race Pie. I think he put on a very, very impressive drive there. Start back pretty much as he lost out on the start, working their way up back through the pecking order, and pulled off a really good battle towards the end there, who did come out on top for that 4th place battle. So my driver of the day is Jerry Moore Race. But here is your top 20 drivers. I'm going to quickly flick through them now. But yeah, what a race, and a massive, massive improvement from round 1. So I want to say thank you to all my Tier 2 drivers. You guys put on an amazing display today here in Bahrain. Is there anything you'd like to add, Pi?
No, I think that's all from me, Tez. I think, see if we can have a word with Meaning Ball after that, as the race winner.
Yeah, let's see if we can get Meaning Ball in a party. So what an impressive race you've done there for us here at round 2. We said at the start of the race, you can watch back in the stream, that I think the Brawn drivers were in for a very good race here. Your strategy, you started off the mediums. I think it was P7, P8 was it?
8, yeah.
Yes, that stood out for us straight away at the start, and we did think that you guys would be in for a very good race. But you blew it out of the park here, winning here at round 2. What you got to say about it?
Yeah, well, I suppose me and Liam were talking about strategy during the week, and we kind of went through them, and we found that mediums were the better strategy. So we just said it will take a few positions at the start to have one less pit stop or whatever, and not have to run the softs for longer. So yeah, obviously there's a few safety cars where I thought, we could mess it up, but eventually we got through, and SDs, he put up a good fight in the end. Obviously I thought he might keep the mediums to the end and I'd have to overtake him, but he put on the softs then, and it was close. I had a 3-second time penalty, so I think it was very, very close at the end. So yeah, good race. I'm very happy.
Impressive race, honestly, very well done there. It really did pay off for you, and yeah, we look forward to seeing what you can produce. We know how quick you are anyway, and to be able to start in the top 10 on the different compounder tyres was very impressive, to say the least, on its own, let alone coming out with a win. So yeah, very well done, Meaning Bowl, aka the Viper here at TT Motorsport, who takes round 2 win. We'd like to hear now from M Steel, who got off to an amazing start once again. They had an absolute flyer from the start off. made up the positions, who was having a great battle for P4 towards the end, but unfortunately on the very last lap made contact and it threw them straight into the wall. And still, you're here with us now. What have you got to say about it, mate?
First of all, welcome to Meaning Ball. We did similar strategy. I had the idea as well, same as them two. I couldn't hold pace with them two on the first stint. Very, very quick. Battling was great. Me and Jerry Moore had a fantastic race. Got me a bit of a squeeze on the pit straight. I think it was lap 27. Well, I managed to get through on the inside, but I had to go off the track a little bit. I was waiting for a penalty for that. Luckily, that never came. But then, I got a little bit of front wing damage on either lap 27 or lap 28. Just clipped the back of Jerry Moore into turn 1. And then that sort of ruined the last two or three laps of battling. Then he struggled a lot. Last corner, I'd get me my pipe right up behind me. He made a lunge around the outside. I had to go defensive, compromise my exit. I understayed a little bit. I'm not too sure if there's a bit more room on his side. I don't know yet. I'd have to have a look, but just the smallest amount of contact and straight to the scene of the accident. Another DNF.
What a shame. You put on a very, very good fight, and you made it very entertaining for us to be watching. We're not too sure exactly what. Well, we saw the accident. Obviously, it happened so fast from us, our perspective, that we all need to look back and have a little look at it, see what the crack is with it. But it was so unfortunate. You put on an amazing display here for us today at TTM Motorsport, and it was a right shame to see you have your second DNF, because both races you were showing very, very good pace, and it was little problems that you've encountered that have ended your race. But I mean, we've still got another 20 races here left of the season, so we can't call it a day just yet. You're a very fast driver, and you can definitely put on a good display for us towards the end of the season.
So with obviously you got off to a bit of a bad start there, but managed to make it back up to 7th. I think you lost your end plate as well, if I remember correct, during the last few laps, but still managed to battle it out with unlucky A. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think I lost about 10 laps. I had a bit of a nightmare to start. I don't know if you've seen the video, I put it into the group chat, but the two cars in front of me, I think Jerry Moore race and I can't remember the other guy, but they went off before the lights went off, and I'm thinking, oh, they've had a full start, but then everyone's powered into the back of me, so it was thankful up with the start. So that absolutely knackered me. I've sent the video to you, so yeah, that's what sort of done my racing from the start. And
what a shame.
I mean, we will look at that.
We'll
check that out for you. But you still, you managed to pull it back to 7th, and you're still putting up a good battle there with unlucky A. I've got to say, we got some great action off you for the stream.
Oh, it was great.
I'm pretty sure you'll be in the Pickles top 5 moments.
Watching you and unlucky A.
It was fantastic.
That's an incredible battle. We was really praising you throughout the whole race. What clean battling you two were putting up. And every time we look back, we kept on seeing you two battle. It was really good to see.
No, it was really good, to be fair. It was quite, I think between both of us, we were quite, we gave each other enough space when we needed to, but we were quite aggressive at the same time. So yeah, it's a really good battle. I enjoyed it, to be fair. But yeah, just a bit unlucky about the start, but I'm happy with Shadizi. I think he came second, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
Yes, he did, yeah.
So well happy
at the end
about
there
that,
with
being
the
my
tyre
teammate.
change. Yeah, it was quite good to watch as well.
He went onto the soft towards the end and put on a really impressive display. We had both the UTEP Brawn drivers who were on the hards for some laps. SDC was in first, decided to come in with, I think, they had about a 12-second window or so. So they were a fair bit back, and then slowly worked their way up through the seconds per lap, and then made a move on Liam Haddon towards the end, got P2. It was very good from them.
M2M still at the end. He went in the last corner, wasn't it? He lost it.
Yeah, one of the last.
Can't believe
it.
it.
Yeah, just a
It's a
slight
nice
bit
little
of
bonus
contact.
position.
Again, he was battling quite a lot, wasn't he? And I think there was 3 of them battling, and just made a bit of contact and span out there. Very unlucky for him, really. But
No, it's a good race. I'm looking forward to it. Is it Vietnam?
it is Vietnam.
Yes,
yeah.
that is round 3.
Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to that, but hopefully I'll get a better start.
Yeah, well, that's the why. It's unlucky for you there, but yeah, like I say, you did a great job to pull it back.
Hopefully the servers are on our side next time as well. 'Cause I think with the starts, we noticed in the Tier 1 race in round 1 that we had one of the Red Bull drivers. They actually, it looked like they jump started, but in fact they didn't.
Right.
When the game told them to release. So I think that's a little bit of Codemaster's problem.
Yeah.
But hopefully it's a bit more fair for next race and everyone can get the green lights at the same time.
Yeah.
Because,
It was fine the first one. Yeah, I think it's the problem when you. I said it's fine the first race. I think that's just the problem with online gaming. That everyone's looking at it from a different perspective. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Everyone's got different internet, so it's what it is. But no, it's good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that's the main
Well, we'd
thing.
love to hear from you, Shifty 50. It's a
guys.
pleasure watching you. You put on a really good show for the audience. So thank you for that, and we look forward to seeing you in Vietnam. You can what damage you can cause there? Good damage, not bad damage.
Nice one, guys. Cheers, guys.
Catch you later, mate.
Thank you, Shifty.
Speak later, mate.
Yeah, bye-bye.
And that is it for our stream. Thank you very much for everyone who was watching. It's been a great, and we'll see you next week.
Catch you later.